Good afternoon, it's Rebecca here. It could be good morning, or I guess as well, it could be good evening, wherever you are. And I'm here for my weekly, I'm here and I'm listening Facebook Live. And today I wanted to talk to you about resilience, actually, and what does it really mean? And is it something that we need to go out and get more of, or does it look, well, certainly sometimes looks like that more people seem to have it than we do, and what that means for us if we're caring for somebody that we love, or whether we're struggling ourselves with an eating disorder. And I've been fortunate enough over the last Thursday and Friday last week to spend 2 days running a workshop with a friend and colleague of mine on our natural resilience. And we were sharing all about resilience and where it really comes from, with some people that have been having a pretty hard time of life. And it was such a privilege to spend 2 days with them, helping them see and watching them, I guess, wake up to seeing the fact that they've got resilience. They don't need any more of it. And it kind of really touched me deeply for them and for us to be able to know that actually we've got everything that we need inside us. And it's just, I think what I want to share really is just to let you know that on those days that you're really struggling, that you're okay, that you're doing the best that you can. And the days that resilience seems like the furthest thing from your mind, I want you to know that it's there. And the only thing that's keeping us from that is a busy mind. A mind that is so full of thought, so caught up in all the noise and the drama and the chaos that feels like that's going on in our lives, and that we think is happening to us, that's what's keeping us from seeing our own resilience. And I guess a great way to describe resilience is our bounce back ability, because that's what it is really. It's our constant ability to keep bouncing back. And I liken it to those Weebles that I remember back, kind of, when would that have been? In the 70s, maybe? There was an advert on the telly that went something like, Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. These weighted toys that had a heavy bottom so that you could knock them over, but they would always bounce back up again. And that's us. That's us at our core, that we bounce back up again. And we forget that it's kind of built into us, in our DNA, this bounce back ability. And you've just got to look at nature and think about how many plants you see growing out of concrete, looks like, or the side of buildings, or certainly railway sidings, the buildings there, that there is this constant ability to come back, to bounce back. I'm thinking back to last summer, not the one we've just had, the one before that. There was a massive fire on a nearby golf course, literally by the sea, and there's a lot of gorse there, and the gorse bushes it was tinder dry, and it all went up in flames, and then you saw it coming back to life again. And that's always happening. And then you've just got to look at small children. Imagine a little one that's learning to walk, and just after the first time it stands up and then falls down, and it just goes, oh no, clearly walking's not for me, I can't seem to do that. They get up and they fall down, they get up and they fall down, they get up and they fall down, take a few steps and fall down again, and then eventually they'll get up and they'll walk. And we forget that. And I think we forget it when we're caught up in the busy mind that we've got. And I just want you to know that in our settling down, in our noticing that, in our quietening down, we have got all the resilience that we need. We've got this extraordinary creative potential that is limitless. And that's always there. And we access that much more freely when we've got a quieter mind. And I just think back to times when B was ill and I was, not knowing what to say next, and I just seemed to run out of ideas and just getting caught up in the whole story about it. And then I remember the moments when I just kind of almost threw my hands up in the air and said, I've just no idea anymore. And that somehow allowed me to quieten down. And then from that place, a fresh thought comes to mind about, oh, let's try this, or, oh, I know exactly what to say or what to do. And you've all got that. We've all got that. And the more we can see that, the more we can access it. And we're much more able to handle everything that's coming our way when we're in that place. And it's not that one's, there's no judgment here on one's better or worse, but it's just like notice where you feel more resourceful. And know that you've always come through this. You've always found a solution. And you've always got that potential for fresh thinking. So I hope that's helpful. Do come back to me with any questions that you've got. And it's just about to pour down with rain here. I can hear it on the windows. So I'm probably going to be drowned out in a moment. So a good time to say cheerio for now. And I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.